Herzlich willkommen zur 100. Folge von Märklin TV.
Welcome to the 100th episode of Märklin TV. It's been an absolute pleasure and honor to create every episode, and we are eager to deliver many more. For this edition, we have compiled the highlights of this year's IMA and the Märklin Days, and we'll give you an overview of the most important fall new items. Also, we are going to take you backstage to reveal how Märklin TV is produced. Last but not least, we have prepared a competition for you. We are celebrating the 100th Märklin TV episode, but a famous circus has its 100th anniversary this year as well. Can you tell us its name? Please submit your answer here. The deadline for submissions is October the 15th, 2019. And this is the prize that each of the lucky winners will receive. One of 100 Märklin TV cars, each with a unique road number and especially designed for our fans. We wish you best of luck and hope you will enjoy this episode. Filming trains in action on our layouts is quite a challenge. Lighting is crucial to set the scene. An external microphone ensures perfect sound quality. On occasion, our cameramen need to get creative. Immaculate tracks are a must. Of course, things can go wrong sometimes. Even simple things, such as entering the road number into the central station, may test our patience. It's too easy to hit the wrong keys, and then you're forced to start all over again. How annoying! Finally, the correct letters and numbers appear and are quickly confirmed with a click. All is well that ends well. Sometimes we spot an unwelcome guest dodging the fare, such as a cheeky fly that wanted to hitch a ride on board this locomotive. For our new items presentation, we sometimes have to work with pre-series models that haven't been equipped with the proper gear yet. Still, we have to make them run somehow. How is that done? Well, with the help of a few technical tricks, such as this homemade power unit, which can be operated by means of a few batteries and a remote. This makes the models run smoothly, creating the perfect illusion of fully functional models. Of course, it's a different story with the completed models such as this elegant Talus. What a lovely sight to see! We're always on the hunt for impressive prototype engines roaming the wild, such as this crocodile or the elephant. The Saxonian narrow gauge railroads are also part of the game. These scenes depict our passion for railroads big and small. The renaissance of the legendary 01150 was a fascinating event. Here we captured the moment when the boiler officially passed the technical inspection. Z-scale models are heaps of fun as well. In 2020 we are going to be back in Altenbeken, northern Germany, for the traditional annual meeting. I also would like to say thanks for the great time spent together, and I hope we'll see many fantastic episodes in the future. Same here. Good. That means you can't retire anytime soon. Okay, understood. It is hard to believe that this is our 100th episode, and we look forward to many more to come. In 2019, our surprise model is a Series 18.4 steam engine in its long-legged version. The model of this green locomotive is equipped with a smoke generator, and the steam engine sounds particularly lovely.
This
model is highly detailed, but also rigid enough to be suited for daily action on the layout. The wheels in particular have turned out incredibly well, and they truly are this locomotive's most distinctive feature. In general, wheels serve as a locomotive's trademark. Our existing Bavarian fast-train cars have been redesigned to be released together with this new steam engine. They will feature completely new road numbers and can be used for creating a brand new train set. This year we will be releasing a model of Series 95 in its oil-fired version for the very first time. This means we had to develop the majority of the parts from scratch in order to correctly depict the components that are characteristic for this type of engine. The model nicely fits Era 4 with a newly designed smokebox door and pipes. We also added period-correct window sills and rain guards. The model's body is highly detailed and is mounted on a sectional frame. The scene is set in the 1970s. A new zeitgeist has spread across Germany and doesn't leave railroads untouched either. A number of passenger cars received a funky new color scheme, which would later be known as the pop design. The engineer has taken his place in the cabin, which comes with pre-installed lighting. This engine is equipped with a newly designed interior and a replica engine room. This section is also lit. The model of Series 220 will be accompanied by a set of closed front skirts that can be mounted separately for an even more genuine look. Together with its colorful Era 4 cars in tow, this locomotives will appeal to many railroad enthusiasts and take us back to a pretty exciting period in railroad history. This engine is by no means the prettiest of the bunch. However, it has proven itself rather indispensable. Series 92 hasn't been part of our range of products for quite some time now. It will be released as part of our fall new items with a substantial technical upgrade. It'll be equipped with a new engine and an MFX Plus decoder to enable the World of Operations mode. All axles are powered. A regulated high-efficiency propulsion system is mounted inside the boiler. The model will also be accompanied by figurines of engineer and the stoker. This engine will be released in conjunction with a matching set of cars. This is a typical 1950s car that doesn't only fit the Series 92 engine and shouldn't be missing from any Era 3 layout. These half-O models are also available for tricks. LGB is welcoming the stunning HG44 to its range of high-end products. Its chassis, boiler and cabin are made from die-cast zinc. The cogwheel driving mechanism was designed true to the original prototype as well. This includes movable side signals to top off the characteristic appearance of a cogwheel-driven engine. This is no doubt one of the most ambitious projects as part of our Fine Art series. With the cogwheel drive in place, it can be operated up to radius 3. Without the cogwheel, it can even be used on the much tighter radius 1.
Das ist noch 3D-Druck, weil die Formen eben noch nicht ganz fertig sind. Wird später Druckguss sein.
The feedback we've received for this model so far is very positive, especially when fans were given the chance to admire it in action. It runs like a Swiss watch. I've spoken to about a dozen people who said that even though they don't own an LGB layout, they would love to buy this engine.
Ich habe mindestens schon ein Dutzend gesprochen, die sagen, ich habe nicht mal LGB, aber das könnte ich mir noch vorstellen.
It's a sunny day in Göppingen, and a crowd of fans eagerly wait for the doors to the Factory of Dreams to open. They have traveled up for the 12th Märklin Days and the 36th IMA. Most models are primarily built from metal. Many visitors are keenly interested in the different assembly steps, such as the post-production work carried out on the metal bodies. Some guests have traveled very far to be here.
I'm from the United States of America, and we come over to see the trains every 2 years for the Märklin Days. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, it's one of the things that we like to do, to experience the European trains, which we don't see, obviously, in the United States.
The painting department was particularly popular.
Also Tambodruck ist eigentlich das älteste Verfahren, was es überhaupt geben tut. Man macht erst eine Zeichnung, nach der Zeichnung wird am Computer das Motiv erstellt.
Pad printing is the oldest printing process. First we create a drawing on the computer, which will then be transmitted onto the laser cliché. In former days, the design was transmitted to the printing machine via film, but nowadays this is being done with the laser cliché. It is immersed in a color film. The paint is applied onto a surface and will remain in all the holes and crevices. The excess paint is removed by a scraper. The printing pad will pick up the paint and transmit it onto the model body as dictated by the laser cliché. Along with pad printing, the digital printing process is among the best established painting methods. During the last few years, Märklin has also achieved great results using the digital and pad printing methods in combination. In this department, visitors were able to see how many production steps are necessary to assemble a model locomotive. It's always fascinating to watch a new engine come to life. It's always hugely fascinating to observe the precision work that is being carried out here. It's obvious that the machinery has been updated to the cutting edge of technology during the last 8 years or so, and it's impressive to see all this up close. The Märklin offered a brand new exhibit, the gigantic half-O layout. The majority of the tracks have been put in place by now. The landscape design, however, still requires some work. For this, the responsible team have devised a beautiful plan. We have selected 30 club members who have had the opportunity to help create this layout. The feedback we've received so far has been overwhelmingly positive. Some members even phoned us beforehand to ask if they could bring their children or grandchildren, and of course we were happy to accommodate this. They were split in small groups of 5 people each and got to work on putting down tracks or creating plaster foundations for the landscape. Building a layout involves many different tasks, and the team members each have their own preferences. I would like to create the landscape, but I would definitely try and steer clear of any electric components. Many different methods are used for landscape design on model railroads. I used wrapping paper for my layout at home, but I was very interested to learn here that wire netting can be used as a foundation as well. I'm glad I was able to learn new techniques and that I was given the opportunity to attend this event. I'm mostly interested in gaining experience in creating the wooden frames and learning how to work with plaster. I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty either, so I'm particularly looking forward to trying out these new methods. And of course, we are looking forward to the completion of this wonderful layout. We are leaving the Märklin and heading over to the Werfthalle, where the model railroad industry has come together. The model railroad industry has been growing closer together, and I quite like the idea of not regarding each other as competitors, but rather as striving for a shared goal. The Märklin CEO expects the main competition in a different area. Our biggest competitor is the mobile communication and entertainment industry. The toy industry as a whole need to work together to rekindle the interest in model trains. That's why we are happy about every company that has made their way to Göppingen for this event. They are all contributing to a common goal, to promote the model railroad industry. And that's what matters most. A total of almost 60,000 visitors is a clear sign that model railroads still hold a huge fascination nowadays. The younger generation enjoyed themselves during this eventful weekend as well. As a result, many of the young visitors took the opportunity to assemble a model engine from scratch. Once again, the local train station was one of the most popular destinations. Hardly surprising given that this venue hosted many impressive vehicles which drew quite a crowd. There is the E94, the wonderful German crocodile, which I have the honor of driving today. Then there is the CE68, an absolute dream engine. I wish I could put it in my front yard. Although being 118 tons, it wouldn't be easy to get there. Then of course we have the classic 01 steam engine for the mighty S36. As you can see, stunning locomotives all around. I wish I could bring all of these home, but fortunately, since we make these engines in miniature size of course, this dream can partly come true for me. As always, the Swiss crocodile was a great attraction. Naturally, the Swiss guests were delighted as well.
Das Krokodil ist für mich selber schon
The Crocodile is my favorite locomotive by far. I am crazy about this engine. I have about 30 Märklin models of the Crocodile at home, all with individual road numbers. Recently, they also got their very own layout to run on.
eine eigene Anlage bekommen zu Hause.
And that's only right, as they deserve to be admired in action as well. The scene has been set for another famous engine. The 103-113 is hauling an extra to the IMA. No doubt, this impressive engine outshines many other locomotives due to its legendary status. And with these looks, it's no wonder this engine is one of the most popular vehicles. Märklin and Trix models of this engine have always enjoyed huge popularity as well. Its fans particularly enjoy the unique, simple, clear design and color scheme. Even steam engines have a hard time defending their spot in the limelight against the legendary 103. However, if they make a stunning appearance such as this 100-year-old beauty, the S36, the roles are reversed once more. It's always a breathtaking sight to watch this machine in action. Modern railroads can be pretty as well, especially if they wear a lovely garment, such as the 101-064. This unique design was requested by Märklin.
I love every single Märklin. My first Märklin was the 3000, the 3000, and then I got the TEE, the 3071 set train when I was in first grade. In 1988, I got my second train. And I have been a fan of Märklin of all my life. So I came from Costa Rica to here just to see how fantastic event and how Märklin is doing here. It's just amazing how you can see the originals and the models and how those match. It's just amazing.
Märklin not only connects generations, but it also connects people from different countries and even continents. Märklin fans can be found in all corners of the world. We've left the station and have headed over to the EWS arena, where we discover a cute little steam engine. It was brought by truck all the way from Jörstadt in eastern Germany. Meanwhile, the LGB model of this adorable engine can be found inside the exhibition hall on the dynamometer. This guest has traveled up all the way from Graubünden in Switzerland.
Das ist so, ja, ich fühle mich schon fast zu Hause.
This place almost feels like home to me. I'm very happy to be here. It's great to see locomotives on track that I've helped develop myself. It's beautiful to watch how they operate in model scale and how they are received by the fans and customers. The visitors really enjoyed discovering the impressive layouts. Now we return to the Schnauzer Park. The Werfthalle isn't the only point of interest at this venue. In one of the tents, visitors could admire the modulated layout in N-scale made by the Coast Railroad Group. For this project, the focus was put not only on the rolling material, but also on the landscape design. There are many witty and funny scenes to be seen on this layout. Let's take a closer look.
Dann sind halt viele Fragen, wie man manche Dinge gestaltet hat.
Of course, people often ask me how I came up with these different scenarios. Well, it's my goal to show people that it is possible to create a very interesting layout, even with the most modest of means.
Einfachen Mitteln Szenen gestalten kann, wo nicht einmal viel Geld kosten.
Why is he hauling the caravan by bike? Simple. He lost his driver's license. In the meantime, a regional train has arrived at the terminus. The layout is set up for digital operation. There is a single line going from one station at one end of the layout to another one at the far end of the layout. That's why it made sense to set the layout up for digital operation. There is a section in the center where trains can pass each other safely and head on to their respective goals. Also, once the trains have reached their destinations, they can then be used for shunting movements. In short, this layout would have been far too complicated to implement in analog operation. Let's enjoy this beautiful layout for a little longer. The design was dreamed up by a group of Swabians who fell in love with the coastal landscape during a holiday in northern Germany. We change over to the half-O scale. A group of Belgian Insider Club members have created these beautiful exhibits. They intend to use it to demonstrate the perks of digital layout operation to the IMA visitors. Each layout depicts a different era in railroad history. This section is set in Era 3. This steam-driven crane Adelt is a 6-axle giant primarily built with metal components. It houses a digital MFX Plus decoder and comes with countless sound functions. The cab light as well as a smoke generator further add to this great model. As part of an innovative approach, the crane is controlled by using a tablet connected to a CS3. The Belgian team used several of these consoles at the same time and are overall very pleased with this approach. We're happy with the results so far. It's been a challenge to get it up and running, but overall we are very pleased with it. The Z-scale also plays a big role for the Belgian team, who greatly appreciate all the benefits of the smaller scale.
Z-scale
is a very neat scale, and one of its main perks is that due to its smaller size, trains and layouts are much easier to transport than half-O counterparts. These layouts are operated with an analog system that runs very smoothly. The staging yard located behind the backdrop is easily surveyed. Let's move on to the king of scales, 1 to 32. On the occasion of their 50th anniversary, the LGB presented itself at the IMA with a stunning array of models. The Swiss Crocodile and the Franco-Swiss steam engine 241 A65 could be admired as they made their way across the Märklin layout. But there were also many more impressive layouts to see.
So
far the feedback has been very positive. The Crocodile has made a name for itself among fans, and the 241A has exceeded all expectations. It comes with all the usual 1-gauge features such as sound and light functions and a smoke generator. In short, this engine will come with state-of-the-art equipment and technology. This layout truly deserves all the praise it's been getting.
This is
a true depiction of the Ingolstadt Central Station as it looked prior to World War II. One of the wings was destroyed during the war. Our next goal is to build an authentic shunting hump, which was a standard feature of the Ingolstadt station. Now we are going to try and recreate this in 1-gauge as well. Until then, fans of the 1-gauge may enjoy models such as the glass train. The 2019 IMA in Göppingen has come to an end, and everyone agrees. It's been a fantastic 3 days.